You learned to strangle with the rope in the Army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the Army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid.
What are you
Less easier to control.
Okay, I would use the exact type of rope that was used to kill my wife, because it has less flex and is, easier to keep across their neck. And I also learned exactly how to strangle someone with a rope in the Army, as well as how to strangle someone with a wire. I learned a lot of ways to kill people in the Army. I didn't kill my wife.
Who will our star be tonight?
This classic radio, I love it.
You know. I didn't make the husband.
Always make the husband, fellas. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
I'm sure you have.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to
You
dumb
and your
things
big
down
words.
from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex Ignoramus.
Just go easy.
Okay, Rusty is being a piece of shit, but you're, like... You don't have to be such a dick about it. Or, like, an intellectual... I don't know. I don't fucking know.
The spring unveiling, Emmy. It's the first season since fabric rationing's over. We have to go.
I told you I can't Saturday.
Okay, well, these women are clearly, like, 30.
You're going on another drive with Davy Gardner, aren't you?
Only so many child actors to choose from, I suppose.
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Hey, buddy. What you doing hanging around at high schools peeping at girls? Very, very good reason for that, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, that's right. I ran track in high school. You don't have a chance. I would love it if he actually just ran around the track. And it's like we just keep chasing him around. On some Benny Hill shit. That'd be great. God damn it. Almost got ran over there. That would not have been great. God damn it, come back here. We'll catch you. Don't think that I won't. Oh, I think I'm catching up. I think I'm catching up. Yes, I'm catching up. Alright, start sprinting. Oh, god damn it. Come on. Oh. Come on, just tackle him already. You could have grabbed his leg right there. Oh, whatever. Just get him. Get him before he gets to the next... Oh, come on. Really? You're right on his ass. You had your face up his butt. Crying out loud. There we go. Jesus. It's going to be a long walk back to the high school. That's for damn sure.
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor. A green 1946 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller.
Really?
Down in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School.
Oh, are we standing at the scene of the crime? I think we may be standing at the scene of the crime.
What's your name?
Interesting.
Who's asking?
We can do this.
Man, I must smell like shit right now. I've been in 2 chases today, and I'm wearing a
You've been in
suit.
trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you low-key motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
What?
Now, why would I do that?
Why are you saying
I'm
these
about
things?
to break your fucking skull, Eli.
We did mention we're police, right? Like, why are you...
You're under arrest, Eli. You're in very deep trouble.
And you have
Get
the
some
woman's
backup down here,
possessions
Rusty.
on you.
We need to get this
Interesting.
one
Very
downtown and
interesting.
into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
Alright. God damn, this is our 3rd child molester this game. Christ. Like, every man in this city is either a murderer or a pedophile.
What time did you see the person park the car?
This is a problem.
After school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
Really?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir. I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
Alright. Well, Rooney's looking bad now, too, but... I mean, my money's still on the guy who was burning bloody shoes in his incinerator. Oh, dear. That is a lot of blood.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic.
Hugo Muller.
Eli does for a living.
Interesting. Well,
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
I mean, the guy in the pre-crime flashback didn't look like he was wearing a mechanic suit, but... I mean, I don't think it's probably not smart to trust that.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
Alright. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that we found what was used to commit the murder. Like, all of what was used to commit the murder. Okay. Oh, and we can call R&I. Nice. Let's do that. I did not realize how far away this phone is. We're really getting a workout today. Here we go. Thank you. That phone was not completely loaded in. I saw that.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
You can't fool me.
How can I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Muller homicide case.
Yeah, we got a murderer and a child molester coming in.
Get in touch with the watch commander.
Tell everybody to beat the shit out of him. Do it now. Alright, return to Central, but first we should probably go to the morgue, see what Carruthers has to tell us. Thank you. Get in, Rusty.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him.
Really?
He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Okay, well, yeah, I was about to say, like, you know, they'll love him for it, but did he actually do it?
He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Muller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
Okay, I agree with you that we gotta put this guy away, but...
To destroy evidence in his backyard, and that was his
Yeah,
fault.
exactly.
Bloody tools in it.
I never said it wasn't mine. Well, he probably killed his wife.
Well, there you go.
Kid of a mother. But he's not an immediate danger to anyone else. Rooney's a threat to every kid at Bellevue.
Dude, that guy told us to our faces that he likes to bang little girls. Like, it was his introductory line, actually. I'm sure we'll be able to put him away for something else. Right now, we got a murder to solve. Alright, back to the morgue. 6:02. Yeah, I was about to say, like, the sun set pretty damn fast. How is it 6 p.m. already? That's absurd. Fucking working off of Ocarina of Time in here. Los Angeles, 1940s Los Angeles, it's just in a time warp.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Okay. Oh, well, this one looks similar to the one that we found in the car.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
Interesting. Although I somehow doubt that our villain is a Castlevania character. Fucking rad as that would be.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
Fair enough.
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
I really hate that I'm in a position in this game where I have to say, well, at least she wasn't raped after she was killed. I feel like these are things that ought to go without saying. Alright.
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Interesting.
Now, who do we remember who got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird. Okay, if you're finished jawing, we need to get moving.
Rusty, you have changed your answer on who you think the murderer is, like, every single time we've examined a new piece of evidence. I mean, granted, the only reason that he's suggesting Eli Rooney is the killer is because he's a child molester, and he doesn't actually care if he's the killer or not. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I do absolutely agree with him that motherfucker needs to be taken off the streets. Like, preferably for the rest of time. But, I mean, like, we can't just arrest people who haven't done anything yet. Well, I mean, we can, but, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into a whole...
Not exactly.
I mean, granted, this probably would be the game for it, but I'm not going to get into a whole spiel on, like, the nature of law and justice and how the police should operate.
Funny job, man.
I'm just saying that's...
You don't want them enjoying their work too much.
Like, I'm not going to let a murderer run free just so that we can put away a child molester a little sooner than usual.
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and...
Like, every police station needs to have at least one honest cop.
You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
Oh, don't worry.
The evidence, Rusty. Let him do it.
I have quite a lot to say to both of these guys.
Moller's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Alright, jeez. I fucking farted on your pillow.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe
asshole.
at me. Put him down with my sap.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house.
Yep.
You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
I love that. All you have to say for yourself... We have all this evidence, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Yeah, you're not looking good right now, buddy.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm not buying your shit.
Are you going to tell me what I want to know, or do we have to take it out of you in lumps?
Give it your best shot. I can take whatever you're throwing.
Hey, okay. Somebody grew a pair.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Then how come we found them in your wife's car? Full of blood.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
You say that, but unless your overalls have the ability to teleport, unless your overalls have Zawarudo, I really don't think that's the case.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM, found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Yeah, like, dude, so far, we have a lot of evidence, and so far all you're giving me is, yeah, no, it wasn't me. Yeah, no, those clothes aren't mine. What, they have my name on them? No, they're not mine.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
Are you crazy sure about that?
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
I do, actually? But wait, can we directly tie this to him? Fuck it, I'm going for it.
Your wife
Yeah,
drove
there
a
we go.
Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler.
Oh, shit. Well, then.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the Army.
Oh, you were in the Army too? Okay, you're free to go. Just Cole Phelps showing total favoritism towards people who are also in the Army. Okay, no, seriously, tell me everything you know.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the Army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the Army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid.
What are you
Flex
doing?
easier to control.
God. I mean, just to be thorough, I'm gonna interrogate Eli too. But, like, wow. Guiltiest man in the world over here. Fucking Dan from Roseanne over here is telling us, okay, I would use the exact type of rope that was used to kill my wife because it has less flex and is, easier to keep across their neck. And I also learned exactly how to strangle someone with a rope in the Army, as well as how to strangle someone with a wire. I learned a lot of ways to kill people in the Army. I didn't kill my wife. That's literally what he's doing.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, folks.
I mean, just for thoroughness sake, though.
This particular fiend is an old acquaintance.
Oh, is he now?
I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God.
I have tried to affirm his belief in Raid in the Thunder God. He will put 50,000 volts through his brain until it explodes and the screen goes dark. And then a big voice will say fatality. It will be awesome.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
Oh, you have an attitude problem. Alright, well, let's just get this over with so I can put Mahler away.
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job.
I feel very sorry for
Parolee
you.
has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
Uh-huh.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that I'm not gonna be
Can't
using
misplace
good
big
cop for
yellow
any of
letters
this.
HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
Really? So, wait a minute. Green overall, wait, okay, Hennessy Marine, you can't miss the place, big yellow letters HM on front. Green coverall, done, huh. Okay, that's interesting.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say.
I
learned a long
I'm
time
sure
ago
you
not to
can.
go talking about the things I like.
Really? Once again, I'd like to remind you your first words to us were, I like him a little younger than that.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it?
Not even sort of.
Any old rope will do me fine.
Mrs. Muller
Oh,
was
fuck.
strangled with a triple braid. Give me something, Eli.
I like braid, but I didn't rope that woman. You're not hanging this one on me, partner.
If you say so. Alright, motive for Mahler murder.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Then why did you have her jewelry?
You're a liar, Eli. You needed the money, so you killed her.
I've been around some, son. You got some evidence that proves I stole that butterfly from that woman?
The fact that you had the butterfly, how about that?
I done told you I found that pretty thing. I never stole it.
How is it? Okay, fine, whatever. Alright, footprints at crime scene.
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
So if I just gave you, like, a kid size 3, you would wear that right now, huh?
You're maybe 5'5", 5'6" tops. And you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
You think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
Well, son, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, guess what? Everybody
Like
has been
you,
through
Eli.
shit in their
I
life.
think you're an evil man. I think you try to pass
That doesn't
off
give them the
pain
right to
with-
be assholes.
I can't make you for this case, but my consolation is that I don't think you will be out of prison for very long.
You can count on it, shitbird. By the way, Eli, the captain and the Hat Squad would like to talk to you next. Any idea what they might want to talk about?
Yeah, it's even saying, charge Hugo Mahler for murder. Like the fact that, like, the Hennessy Marine thing does kind of concern me. But, like, there is so much evidence pointing towards Mahler. There is no way it could have been anyone else but him. Like, it's kind of absurd how much evidence we have on this guy.
I'm not saying another thing until I've seen an attorney.
I'm sure you won't. That's fine.
Hugo Mueller, I'm charging you with the murder of your wife. You'll be arraigned and taken before a grand jury. Book him, Rusty.
Hell yeah.
With pleasure.
Put his ass in a cell. For good. Alright. That went pretty well. I mean, last time I got saved by a Deus Ex Machina in this case. So, happy that I was able to do it myself that time.
I have to say I'm disappointed.
Excuse me?
I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and
What?
faithful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made it
What?
look bad, lad. Do it again and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end.
What the hell? Vagary and happenstance? He was burning his bloody shoes!
Beat them and restore
That were
some
the
fairness
exact
to
same
police
size
work.
as the footprints found at the scene!
Next case will come when you've
We
revived
found
me.
bloody overalls with his initials on them!
Now get out of here!
The fucking rope and the... What? What the hell happened there? I truly don't understand what the hell's going on. Like, I got the same ending the last time I did that case. But the last time I did that case, as Mahler was walking out, the janitor came in and said, "That was the guy! That's the guy who brought him in!" And I thought that because, like, I had to be saved like that, that's why I got pissed off. But, like, how did... What the fuck? I'm so confused. Hang on, I gotta look... What the hell does this game want from me? I gotta look this up real quick. Okay, so I just looked it up and I figured out what the problem is. They want you to arrest Eli. It has nothing to do with how many questions I got right, how much evidence I found, who actually did it. They just want me to arrest Eli, and that would have gotten me a high rating, and the captain would be like, "You're fucking cool." That's kind of bullshit. Like, they want me to let the actual killer go free. If he is the actual killer. Like, mind you, this was very, very similar to the previous case. And that is very concerning. And as well as the Elizabeth Short murder, like, according to this game at least, we're assuming, you know, even though the actual Black Dahlia murder was a lot more brutal, for the purposes of this game, we're saying that this is very similar to the original Black Dahlia murder and the Celine Henry case. So, you know, maybe it will be revealed that somebody else was the killer this whole time. But for the time being, the guy had bloody shoes that were the same size as the ones found at the crime scene that he was trying to burn in the incinerator. He explained exactly the type of rope that he would use to strangle someone, and that he's been trained on how to strangle someone. We found a tire iron going to the exact same car that he drives in the wife's car, and it was covered in blood. Like, for every piece of evidence we had on Rooney, we had 5 pieces of evidence, basically, on Hugo. And, like, okay, I get what they're going for here. I get that they want to take Eli Rooney off the streets because, you know, Eli Rooney is a criminal by nature, whereas, you know, Hugo Mahler's case was a more crime of passion. So they want to get Eli Rooney off the streets because he's going to be more dangerous. And I understand that. Like, personally, I'd like to put both these motherfuckers in jail. I really would. But Hugo still killed someone. Like, even though he's not going to commit any more crimes in the future, most likely, that doesn't mean that the crime that he did commit isn't fucking horrible. He ended a person's life. He killed the mother of his child. That kid's life is ruined forever now, for all intents and purposes. And we're just gonna let this guy slide because, we don't like this fucker. Like justice, like, there still needs to be some kind of punishment here. Like, you know, what kind of punishment it should be, like, that's not for me to decide. This is a show about video games, for fuck's sake. This has already gotten a lot more philosophical than I would like, but, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Like, I'm not just gonna let a murderer go free so that we can catch a child molester who we will most awesomely certainly be able to catch in the future. I mean, for Christ's sake, the guy basically introduces himself by saying he's a child molester. Normally, you're not supposed to do that until you have, like, a form and you're being issued by the government, hey, you have to tell everyone you're a sex offender. He just does that on his own. Like, I don't think this is our last chance. Like, fucking... Goddamn, I don't know. Shit. Fuck this game. I'm going back to playing Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Is this how the story ends? Try again, kid. One more time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, show's over.